Okay, good morning and welcome to Strength and Balance on this Thursday morning. This morning we are going to be starting up on our feet. Then we're going to do a sequence of three. When we get into the exercise sequence, we're going to get into the sequence of 3 exercises up on our feet. Then we're going to come down to the floor and we will do 3 exercises on the floor. Then we're coming back up one more time through. So those 3 same exercises up on your feet, then back down on the floor. So we're coming up, down, up, down. So I just want you to be mindful. We will be doing 15 repetitions of each exercise. So if that's too many, I would like you to do less. If you need to take a little bit longer to come up to standing, then take your time. Make sure you don't have to follow along exactly with me. Just know what the sequence is, what you need to do in your time span that you feel comfortable, and how many repetitions that you feel comfortable doing. So you don't have to do as many as I'm doing today. So let's start on off. I will start the music. We're going to start warming up on your feet. Like I said, we'll start up on the feet. Let's see. All right. Oops. Okay. So we're going to start off like always, just rolling those shoulders back, right and left, big circles. Let's do one more each side. And then we'll take it in the opposite direction. So those big circles coming forward. One more each side. Then we'll take your heels to the front. Alternate, bringing a heel forward, a little soft bend in the knee. One more each side. Then let's reach overhead. So shift your weight up on that toe as we reach over, and then the opposite side. One more each side. Then let's twist, reach across. Again, make sure you don't lean forward. We want to stand up tall, shoulders back, focus on that posture as we reach across. Pivot on that back toe, move the hips. Let's do one more each side. Then we'll go all the way around. So 2 overhead, alternate, then 2 across, alternate. Overhead and across. One more time, all the way around. And back to those heels to the front. Alternate. You can chop the arms. Keep going. I'm just going to adjust something here. One more each side. Then we will hinge forward slightly. When we hinge forward, we are going to kick your butt. So alternate bringing a heel to your butt. Shift your weight. And when you have this, you can drive the elbows back and squeeze the shoulder blades together as you drive the elbows back. One more each side. And now roll the shoulders back all the way up, around, and back. Up, around, and back. When you bring your shoulders all the way up, around, and back, really try to focus on that full range of motion. And I know a lot of people look down so they feel like they're getting a better stretch in the neck. Keep your eyes forward. One more. And a soft bend in your knee. Those swimmers. So one arm forward, one arm back. One more each side. Then open those arms out to the side, palms facing forward. Then we're going to give yourself a hug. One arm comes on top. Then open up and the opposite side. One more each arm on top. And release. We're going to stabilize now on one foot, a soft natural bend in that knee. The opposite leg, we will bring that heel forward and toes back. Heel forward, toes back. Hips stay square, shoulders stay down and back. Abdomen stays nice and tight. And let's switch it to the other side. So stabilize here on the opposite leg, a soft natural bend in that knee, heel and toe. Keeping your core tight, shoulders down and back, eyes are forward. And release. We are going to stay low in those legs, press your butt back a bit, and tap out left and right. Make sure your weight stays in the center on that standing leg. And when you're ready, you can add the elbows, bringing them out to the side. One more each side. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Two more. Last one. So now I'm going to have you balance. If you can use the back of a chair, you can use a wall. I can turn to the side, hold here, whatever you need to. So imagine that you're holding on to something on one side. We're going to have that soft, natural bend in the knee. You are going to hold on, and that knee on that leg that's away from the side that you're holding on, we are going to bring it up, around, and down. So that hip circle, we will go for 10 on this side in this direction. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Same leg, but we will go out to in. So the opposite direction for 10. So out to in, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 5, 6, 7. Get that full range of motion. 8, 9, and 10. Same leg. We are going to swing it forward and back with a nice straight leg for 10. So forward and back is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's your last one. Now, same thing on the opposite side. So we're going to spin around, hold on to whatever we need to hold on using the opposite hand. Right into those hip circles first. So bring your knee up, around, and down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then the opposite direction. Out to in, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we'll take that leg forward and back for 10. Forward and back, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. All right, so now we are going to get into those 15, 3 exercises up on your feet, 15 repetitions each. Then 3 exercises, well, technically 2, but there's 2 sides, down on the floor, 15 repetitions each. So I'm going to talk you through the first time through. Try to keep up if you can, if you feel comfortable. That way we know what we're doing. Then the second time through, when we come back up to your feet, if you need to, you can take your time, cut the repetitions down a little. So the 6 exercises, we have calf raises. Then we have those good mornings. Then we have your sit to stands. Then on the floor, we have your bridge. And then just a clamshell on the right and then on the left, or vice versa. Then come back up and we'll do it all again. So first, let's start off with those calf raises. Again, if 15 repetitions is too many for you today, you can always do less. It is more than we are used to doing. So 15, up and down, that's 1. 2, come up on those toes. 3, keep your core tight. 4, try to control up and control down, that's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So you can finish up your 15. We are going to get right into those good mornings. So remember, the good morning is a hip hinge. So you push your butt back. The power comes from the back side of the body. So it comes from the glutes and the hamstrings. So we want to make sure that we're working your butt and the hamstrings. We always want that mind muscle connection. If you start to feel it in your low back, that means you're pulling from the back, not the glutes and the hamstrings. So let's really focus on form for this one. So the key is, like I always say, we want to maintain a nice flat back. I like to keep my arms up because what it does is it keeps your chest up, helps you keep a flatter back. Whereas if you keep your hands forward, people tend to round. So arms up helps keep your chest, your shoulders back. So think shoulders back and down, arms up. Keep that perfect posture. Press your weight through the heels of your feet. Your feet are about hip width distance apart. You are going to lead with your chest as your butt goes back. Keep a flat back as you come down. You should start to feel this down the hamstrings. Now, depending on flexibility, that depends on how low you can go. Now, we don't want to start to round, so we want to come up once we feel that we are starting to round. Using your butt, push the butt forward, squeeze the butt, come straight up to center. We don't want to push through. We want to stop right at center, and we are standing up nice and tall. That is 1. Hips away, flat back, and 2. Squeeze the butt as you come forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now we are going to get right into 15 sit to stands. So find a chair or couch or something that when you are sitting on it, your knees are about 90 degrees, chest is up, shoulders down and back. Brace your core, squeeze the entire midsection, break at the hips, hips away, come down, tap your butt, and then come back on up. That's 1. 2. Think shoulders down and back. That's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take your time, control. That's 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, that's 15. Now we are going to come down to the floor for your bridges. But what I've said before in the past, we need to make sure that your heart rate is down before you come down to the floor. So make sure your heart's not racing. If you need to grab a sip of water, that is fine. Take your time. I'm going to go over what we need to focus on with the bridge first. So if you need another second staying up, you can stay up while I go over form. So with the bridge, your feet are flat on the floor. It's important. A lot of people roll or lean on one side of the foot or the other. So really try to focus that every single toe can feel the floor as well as the heel. Then from here, we are going to press that low back down to the floor. So we don't want to space. We want to press that low back down. Pubic bone comes up towards the heart, and we can squeeze that midsection. Shoulders are down from here. When you're ready, we are going to lift the hips straight up, squeeze the backside of the body, up and squeeze, pause, and then slowly lower down. That's one. We want to control the whole way up and down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. And 15. When you are ready, we are going to roll over to your right side for your clamshell. Now make sure with your clamshell, we want to lay on that bottom shoulder. So if we're on the right, we're on our right shoulder. That left shoulder must be stacked on top of that right shoulder. So you want to make sure we're not leaning back. We are stacked. Hips are also stacked on top of each other. I find that when people lift the knee up, they turn and lean back a bit, which will increase your range of motion, but that's not really what we need to do for the exercise. So we want to keep the hips stacked and then lift that knee up as high as you can. And if it's shorter than when you lean back, that's okay. We're actually working the appropriate muscles that way. So you're actually getting a better workout. So pull the belly button in towards your spine, shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Make sure we don't lean back. Core is nice and tight, and we are lifting that left knee up and back down. That's 1. 2. Make sure you control all the way up and all the way back down. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Last one on this side. Then you can roll over to the left. I'm going to flip so you can still see me. Adjust my mic. Same thing on this side. So feet are stacked, hips are stacked, knees are stacked, abdomen is tight, and we lift that right knee up and back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. And that's your last one. When you are ready, you can make your way, come back up to your feet. So we are going to go through those exercises one more time. So now we know what we're doing. We can go at your own pace. If you need to do less this time, you can do less. If you feel you can get a couple more in, that's fine, as long as form is perfect. However, if you slow it down a little bit more, you will get a better workout. So I don't want you to go too fast to where you're losing that mind muscle connection. So come on up to standing. We have 15 calf raises first. So again, when you're ready, 15 calf raises, 15 good mornings, 15 sit to stands, then back down, 15 bridges, and 15 clamshells, one on each side. So when you're ready, you can follow along with me if you want. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now right into those 15 good mornings. You might notice you're a little bit more warmed up this time, so your range of motion might increase a little bit more. So just be mindful of your range of motion and your form. Again, that mind muscle connection is key. Arms are up, shoulders back, shoulders down and back, nice flat back. Pull the belly button in towards your spine, hips away as you come down, and then push the hips forward, squeeze the butt. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 11. Core is nice and tight. 12. 13. 14. And that's 15. You can release. We are going to go back to those 15 sit to stands. So focus on that proper, perfect form. Chest is up, hips away, down, tap the butt, and up. That's 1. 2, keep going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and that's your last 15. So again, now we're going to come back down to the floor. We will stay on the floor for the remainder of class. So if you need to grab some water, also make sure your heart rate is down before you come down. So I'm going to grab a little bit of water. Let's bring our heart rates down. And when you are ready, You can come down on your back for those 15 bridges. This time when you do your bridges, let's widen up the feet a little bit wider than you did the first time. So your feet, even though they're wider, you still want to make sure you can touch every toe down on the floor, and that heel is also down. Strong pelvic tilt, abdomen is tight, lift the hips up, squeeze at the top, then slowly lower down. That's one. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Last one. That's 15. Now I'm going to roll to my left side first. I'm going to start on my opposite side for 15 clamshells. Knees are stacked, feet are stacked, hips are square. Make sure we don't lean back. Abdomen is nice and tight. Then when you're ready, you can bring that right knee up and back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. That's the last one on this side. So when you're ready, you can flip over to the right. Knees are stacked, feet are stacked. Abdomen is tight. I think my cat's trying to come in, but the door is closed. Lift your left knee up and bring it back on down. That's 1. 2. 3. I don't know if you can hear her meowing out there. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. And 15. You can release. We are going to roll forward and you can push back into your child's pose. I'm just going to turn my mat so I fit. Child's pose. Hips over heels. And from here, we can come on up to that tabletop position, hands and knees. We'll go right into your dynamic bird dog, 10 per side. So first off, we want to make sure that your wrist is in line with your shoulder. Make sure the hands aren't too far forward or too far back. You want the same distance between wrist and knee as there is between shoulder and hip. Tuck the toes. We want to be nice and square. Now drop the shoulders down. Drop the shoulders down and back. From here, you're going to lift your right arm up, palm face in, then left leg long, flex that foot. Drive the elbow and knee into center and extend long. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Right into the opposite side. So left arm is forward, right leg is back, shoulders down, left palm is in, elbow and knee come into center, and then extend long. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. You can release, push back into child's pose, butt back over heels. From here, we are going to come on down flat on your stomach and up into your Superman. So arms are long, legs are long. You can either alternate arm and leg or bring both arms and legs up and come back down. We will do 10 Supermen, keeping your hips square, shoulders square, up and squeeze, and down. That's 1. Up and squeeze, and down. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Make sure you control your way down. That's 9. And 10. You can release, push back into child's pose again. And we will slowly roll on over to your back. For your dying bug, we will do 10 per side. Then we will do that all again. So I'll show you this dying bug on your back. Let me get this way, I think. So legs are up about 90 degrees. Arms are up, pelvic tilt. Alternate dropping a heel down to the floor. Make sure you move from the hip. If you choose to also add the upper body, you can. I will add the arms. If you do not want to add the arms, just keep them here. Abdomen is tight, and let's begin. So arm and opposite arm and leg come down and up, and then the opposite side. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 7, 8, 9, that is 10. You can release, pull both knees in towards your chest, rock them in side to side. And when you are ready, we are going to flip back over those 3 exercises one more time through. So 10 bird dogs per side, 10 supermen, and then flip over for 10 dying bugs per side. Then we will stretch. Okay. So flip over, hands and knees. This time we will start with your left arm first. So let's focus on form. Make sure your wrist is in line with shoulder, knees in line with hips. Tuck the toes, back is flat, shoulders down and back. Left arm forward, right leg back. 10 dynamic bird dogs on this side. Let's begin. In and out, that's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. Right arm forward, left leg back, and let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can release, push back into your child's pose. And now we will go into that Superman. So however you need to, alternating sides or both arms and both legs up together. Hips stay down, abdomen stays tight. And we are going for 10. So up and squeeze and down, that's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. Push back into child's pose again. Hold here, relax that low back. Make sure when you are in that child's pose, we're not rounding the back. Chest is up. We want to lift the chest with the chest down, if that makes sense. Butt is down on the heels. Take a second here. Then we will flip over and get back into that dying bug, 10 per side. Take your time, come on over. Feet flat on the floor. Pelvic tilt, abdomen is tight. You can add the upper body or not. Shoulders down and back. And let's begin. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can release, pull both knees in towards your chest, rock your knees in, or hug your knees in, and rock side to side. Bring both arms out at shoulder height, drop the knees over to the right, head goes to the left, and hold. And to the other side. Back to center, extend both legs long, both arms long, overhead, full body stretch. Pull your right knee in towards your chest, hug that right knee in and circle your right ankle. Make big circles with the foot in one direction. And opposite direction. And release, extend that leg long, bottom of that foot comes up towards the ceiling, hamstring stretch. And release, bend that knee, extend that leg long. Pull the left knee in, circle that left foot in one direction. Same foot, opposite direction. And release, kick that foot up towards the ceiling. Hamstring stretch on this side. And release. You can roll over to your left side. And on your left, make a straight line with your body. Then reach for that right ankle. Pull the right heel back towards your butt for your quadricep stretch. And the opposite side, roll on over to the right. straight line with your body, then pull that top heel back towards your butt for your quadricep stretch on this side. Release and roll back onto your back. And cross your right ankle over left knee. Let the right knee fall open to the right. Push that knee away. Then when you're ready, keep the hips square, but reach behind your left knee and pull the left knee in. And release, uncross, then cross the left ankle over right knee. Let the left knee fall open to the left. And reach behind your right knee and pull the right knee in this time. And you can release, uncross, take your time, but roll over to your stomach and push back into your child's pose. In your child's pose, walk your hands over to the left and hold. Your head, of course, must stay between the arms. Make sure your back is not rounded, butt stays down. Inch your fingertips forward so we feel this down the lats. And the opposite side. Back to center. Up into that tabletop position, hands and knees. Cat cow. Tuck your chin, arch the back. And then lift your chin, lift the tail and sway. Really pause in each position. Now tuck the chin, arch the back. Then lift the chin and sway. Slow and controlled. Let's do one more in each direction. And when you are ready, take your time, come all the way up to standing, come up to your feet. So you want to make sure when we are standing that you have your footing, feet about hip width distance apart, soft bend in the knee. Then when you're ready, you can start rolling the shoulders back. Two more. This time, keep the shoulders down and back. Take your head and look to the left. Drop your chin. Make sure the shoulders are down as far as they can go. And the opposite side. Drop your chin. Back to center. Bring your arms out at shoulder height, palms up towards the ceiling. Push your thumbs back, open the chest, shoulders down. And release. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Two more. Last one. Good job today, everybody. My mailman's here. That's why my dog is barking.